So first of all, coming off a difficult 4-1 loss last weekend, you mentioned it was a little tough to kind of come back from that, keep spirits high. How's the response been in training from the guys this week?
It's been pretty good, to be honest. I think guys are ready to go. We know we have another big game coming up this weekend. And, I think the focus, obviously, trying to limit the mistakes that we make in the back.
Yeah, is that what you felt maybe cost you, especially the second half goals last game, especially since you were able to outshoot them and outpossess them throughout, especially the first half?
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said after the last game, and I know it doesn't sound right when you say that you're not all that unhappy with the way the team played, even though you lost 4-1. That's normally not a good thing to say. But having said that, I thought we played fairly well last week. But I think at this point, it takes the other teams very few chances for them to score. If you look at one of their goals, it was just basically a clearance where we have 4 defenders defending 2 of their players, and one of them sort of goes on a breakaway by himself, dribbling past one of our players and scores a goal. So, like these things normally don't happen. So we're working on trying to defend better. Partly will be, can the players that we have defend better, and partly will be, do we have to add anybody that can help us?
Is that a fault of the system? Do you need to change that, or is that more of an individual thing where players need to improve in individual moments?
Yeah, so we've gone already through the change of system. So we started playing a 4-3-3, which is what we want to play, but we felt like we don't defend well enough to have only 4 defenders in the back, so we added 1 more. So now we play 3 in the center and 2 wide, and that, we're still giving up a lot of goals. I think, for a team that still has hopes of being a playoff team once obviously we're healthy and Kembo and Prince are both back. Once that happens, we still cannot give up those type of goals.
Yeah, and we kind of heard multiple points throughout the season that maybe one win or one result kind of changes the course of the season. But so far, we haven't really seen that. Haven't been able to string together multiple results in a row. What's kind of that missing piece of the puzzle, in your opinion, to start to put together some real momentum going into the summer?
Well, I think we have to be good in key moments in the game. So, you remember the Charleston game that we lost in the 94th minute. We lost the Colorado game in the 92nd minute. And we've lost games that, the Birmingham game that we lost in the 95th minute. So we're losing games like in the extra, the added time. And now, we beat Loudoun 2-0. We were hoping that would ignite us, getting a few wins in a row. But at the same time, we have to remember, we played Sacramento and now we play Louisville, 2 of the best teams in the league. At the moment, they're better than we are. It doesn't mean we can't win the game. Certainly Saturday, we're going to try to win the game. But sometimes that happens. Depends on the schedule too.
Yeah, and as you said, matched up against one of the best attacks in the entire league last weekend. You come in now against another team who's been very good in these last few years. What are the keys to the game for the team to try and get a result this weekend?
I think it starts with confidence. We have to be confident that we can do it. I think we certainly can get the win against Louisville. We're going to have to, be focused in each position and making sure that we're doing the right thing. But I think, I think there's no doubt that Louisville has been as successful as they are, and they have been for the last few years because they win games. And but I think we can win this one.
Yeah, and absolutely. Going all the way back to sort of the beginning of the season, you mentioned how important the month of June was with 4 home games, taking advantage of the home fans, and it's, obviously really important to get a good start. What do you expect to take out of this month, and how are you going to go into it?
Yeah, I think in particular, starting with Louisville, they're in our conference. And then after that, we move on to playing Indy, and then I think we have Detroit. So we're getting into conference schedule. I'm just hoping that at this point that Prince at least can be back. Prince has been our most dangerous player, and we really need him for this run.
Yeah, and when he returns in these next couple of weeks, how do you balance sort of having him and Elvis? Do you play them at the same time, or are they going to kind of come in like for each other? How do they sort of complement each other on the field?
No, the idea is to have them both in at the same time. Prince is mostly a right winger, and Elvis is mostly a center forward. So they play different positions. We just need some consistency out of the left side. So if we can have 3 areas where we can do some damage, now, I think that will make a difference. Now, having said all that stuff, we have to defend better because you can't be falling behind games and chasing games all the time. That's difficult.
All right.